Hey guys, hi, how are you all doing? I hope you are enjoying this Labor Day, a long weekend. I am posting this announcement because this is technically the first day of the week two. So I want to know, how did your week one go? Is everything going fine, well for you? All right. If you have got any questions or any feedback that you need to give me, do not hesitate to set up a Zoom call with me or send me an email or establish any mode of communication that you feel you're comfortable with. Now, I wanted to answer some questions today, and I thought that I may just create an announcement and post it in the general announcement so that it could benefit everybody else who would be having similar set of questions in their mind. So the first is, can you give an example or template for the annotated bibliography? Okay, so I want you to create these following 8 sections in your assignment. First is start with a complete citation in APA format. The second would be the theme. So this is more like a section head. Researchers usually have around 4 to 5 references that describes the current state of research for that particular theme. Themes allows researchers to organize their literature in different sections. For example, when I was doing research on social networking sites, and that was by section head. Basically, in my complete research, I said, okay, this is a section on research on social networking sites. So, what is the current research? What has been done on social networking sites? So, I went through around 100 journal articles. I started collecting information from each of these journal articles, and I realized that when I looked at their literature review, they all talked about certain things in common that has been already done in that particular area. So I came up with a couple of themes, such as the first one was definition of SMS. I had 7 to 8 papers that talked about different definitions of social networking sites. Then, when I was searching for research on social networking sites, I saw that many papers were talking about how social media evolved in their literature review section. So they said that, okay, this these authors, they conducted this research, they found this, um, and they talked about evolution of social media. So when I got these 4 or 5 articles that talked about evolution of social media, that gave me my theme, which was evolution of social media. Now there's an advantage of doing this theme, and I'll explain it to you later. So so the second section would be give a name, give a theme, give a name to the section head. Okay. Then you talk about purpose. Okay. So when you look at, if you are looking at a journal article, okay, you will have an abstract, and the abstract will normally give you this information. What is the purpose? The abstract will also give you the findings and conclusion. Okay. Your section 4 is going to be summary of literature. You look at the literature, you will look at the different themes, look at the different sections that these authors have identified in their research paper, in their section for literature review. And you can add, you can pick up themes, and you can combine it with other authors, and you can say, okay, these authors conducted this research and they found this, but these authors contradicted the research, contradicted what these authors have found out. And you write, you kind of organize your literature based on this dialogue kind of a thing. These guys said this, and these guys reinforce what they said, and so on and so forth. So you will have a summary of literature review where you would be, you know, identifying what are the key research areas that have already been conducted in this particular area of your interest. Then you look at their research method section and see if there is a model, if there are any behavioral model that have different constructs that leads to each other. So if you have that, then you include that, yes, there's a model, and you probably want to take the main constructs from that model. Is there a survey instrument? So if you look at the appendix of that research paper, you will find out if the authors have included their survey questionnaire in when they publish this particular research. And then the most important from our project perspective, from our research paper perspective, is the research gaps. So your research paper is basically going to look at, it's going to do a literature review of the area that is of interest to you, and you're going to say that this is the literature that has been conducted, this is the research that has been conducted on this area so far. And when we went through the different sources, we have realized that these are the new research gaps. These are the research gaps that authors have been talking about, that you know one can conduct future research on this area, in these particular areas. So your research paper is going to be talking about literature review, and you're going to be talking about what are the identified research gaps in that particular area. So this is all about annotated bibliographies and your research paper. Okay. Now, if we plan to increase the percentage of points going towards the research paper, do we need to do all 10 annotated bibliography assignments? Yes. So it's either 10% or 20%, and you need to give me all 10 annotated bibliography to get the 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 20% weightage. If you choose for 10%, then you just need to give me 5 annotated bibliographies, and your research paper would be then based on these 5 uh, um, references that you have identified. If you have identified 10 references, then automatically you talk about that in your research paper, and the weightage of your research paper will go from 10% to 20%. Now you have one assignment based on module 2 in section 1, which is a kind of a case study, and you just emulate that case study and you make that assignment, and that is kind of going to be your 10%. So if you do a 20% of research paper, then I will kind of let go 10% from somewhere else. Uh, can you give us the details and due dates for the mini projects? So mini project on module 1 is based on section 9, which is a case study. I'm going to exempt it for students who choose to opt for 20% of research instead of 10% of research. Now, due date is going to be second week after module 1 ends. There is going to be a mini project on module 2, which is Tableau, which is going to be due 2 weeks after module 2 ends. And module 4 is Power BI, which is due on the last day of the end of the semester. When do you have to let me know if you want to have more points allocated to the research paper? ASAP. Okay, let me know as soon as possible, so that it's better for you, because then you would start writing these 10 annotated bibliographies right from the first due date, and you won't miss any points. Once the due date is gone, you're missing out on that particular assignment. And I mean it. If you miss a due date to submit an annotated bibliography, you're missing that particular assignment. Assignment 2 is a group project. Yes, it is. Will you be placing us into groups for this assignments? Yes, let us Zoom this week to create groups. In the meantime, use a discussion board to connect with your peers, other peers in the class, to form your own groups. We have around 35 students, let us say 7 groups or 6 groups, and you can have around 5 to 7 students in a group. Is there one place that we can see the due dates of all assignments, like a course schedule somewhere? So let me take you to the Blackboard, and this is a Blackboard. So you have an appointment scheduler, you have start here link, you have syllabus, and then you have course calendar. If you click on course calendar, you will see at a glance what is due in that month. Now I have created the assignments for module 1 and module 2. I have not created any assignment for module 3, and I have not created the mini project for module 4, the Power BI module as of yet. But for module 1 and module 2, assignments and quizzes are already uploaded. Quiz for module 3 is also uploaded. So you will have at a glance what is due in that particular month. All right, so these are all the questions that I have. I am going to upload this particular what do I call it? I'm going to upload this document that I've created that answers the questions in the announcement. So you also have a text document in addition to just me talking about it all the time. All right, see you soon. Bye bye. Have a great a Labor Day today, and uh, give me a schedule that we can meet up this week, so that we can talk about your groups and more fun stuff. All right. So bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your day.